Hello everybody, Gaming Guru here, and I'm back with another video. This time we're continuing to make the working PC. So, where we left off, we could change... I'm pretty sure we could change game mode. Or did I not set it to do that? Okay, it's weird. Maybe I only did the time? I know I did one. I know I did time. Time. Yeah, time works. Okay, well, looks like we've got a couple to do then. So we have to do... oh goodness. Alright, so we're gonna have to do game mode and oh no, I only did one. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to do game mode and okay. Now we're gonna have to do both game mode and do the utilities. Oop. Okay. So first, what I'm gonna do is grab the command block, and we're gonna do game mode first because it's the easier of the two. So do this, bring this up quite like that. Okay. So now we'll put this here, and we're gonna have to do, actually, hold on, not quite yet, yeah, like that. Alright, so now, put down 5 of these command blocks, and build this up. Alright, 3, 4, no, actually, we'd stop at 4. But the idea is, for this one, we're going to do test for blocks above the command block, and I already forgot the coordinates of over here. Okay. So these coordinates are 197, 64, and negative 23. Okay. 197, 64, and negative 23. Okay. So after it'll test if it's matching, we're going to do clear from the nearest player whose X is 197, Y is 64, Z is negative 23, and R is 6. Simply just saying these coordinates and then within a radius of 6. And we're going to clear from them skull 3, 1, which is just saying the 3 there is saying that we're clearing player head, and the 1 is just saying that we're only clearing 1. But if it's doing that, it needs to do, excuse me, it needs to do play sound at the nearest, oop, nope. Okay, so it needs to play the sound, whose name file is random.click at p, and then the coordinates of 197, 64, and -23. Then what we're going to do is first do game mode. I think it'd be like game mode, I'd have to look which one is correct, but give me a second to finish typing this first. Yeah, I know I type weird. Okay, so it'd be /game mode. Okay, so I was right. It's the /game mode, what game mode you want to use, and then target. Okay, so yeah, that's correct. And then on this very last one, do clone. I know I have the weirdest way of typing these, but makes it somewhat faster for me to do it this way. Okay, so now what we're going to have to do is grab the correct shulker box. So because we set it to be game mode A, we're going to take U, and then over here we're just going to put this one. So now if I were to, actually, hold on, if I were to grab from over there the one marked game mode adventure, it would set me to adventure mode and then clone this back over there so that it's not missing any of them. And then what I'm going to do real quick is what I should have done beforehand, but now it's too late. Alright. Just gonna, real quick. Okay, so, right. With some of this writing or using these clone commands, this makes things a whole lot easier. Okay, let's see if I did, yeah, I did that correctly. Okay. Alright, and then this is exactly the same. So you go there, you, and then you. The only difference is that on this one we have to change this A to a C, and then here we have to remove creative. Oop, I did it again. Okay, so now you put there, and all is how it should be. Just do this, put you there. Now for this one we're going to change this C over here to an S, so that now it'll set to survival. And if we put U here, take out this, and do this, and then we just put U back here. Alright, so now what we're going to do is do this, grab U, and in this we're going to change this around a little bit. So change this 3 to a 0 and then change the word skull to the word barrier. And then on this one we're going to have to remove all of this and do clone like that. Alright, and then I can put these two here. You have the barrier removed, so if I put not that, here, let me clear things out of my inventory. So I don't need this, 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 or this. I'm gonna hold on to that. Put you back, and I need to grab you. Okay, so currently, if I go over here, so now if I open this, grab game mode, and let's grab survival. Now I'm in survival. Now I'm in creative. Now I'm in adventure mode. I'm gonna go back to creative, and then grab this, and now I'm back to the home screen. So that's how things should work. Okay, so now it's going to be a little bit trickier for this last one. So what we're going to do is grab, or put a command block here, and we're going to use 5 of them. Yeah, 5, okay. So what we're going to do is first go into here and do the before used test for blocks. Yeah, this just uses a lot of test for blocks command. It's not really that hard to do because it's the first 2 coordinates are just the blocks that you're testing for, and then the second or the third coordinate is just testing where you're, or coordinate of where you're testing it for. So now what we're gonna do is go in here and do clear at P like before and then for now we're going to do a 0, 1 because I gotta remember what all was in here. This one. Okay. Yeah. I feel like there was one more. Oops, sorry about that. In here. Okay. We're just gonna grab this. We're just going to do a little bit of editing real quick. So we're just going to rename this one reset. Did not mean to grab that. Meant to grab this. Okay. So now it'll have the reset in it. Okay, so that works. So forgot even why I opened it up. So first we're going to do crafting table. Just simply just writing crafting underscore table. like so. Okay, and then we're going to do play sound random click, or random dot click, but at the nearest player to 197, 64, and negative 23. Then what we're going to do is do scoreboard players set U, and we're going to do, actually we're just going to put an A here, and then we're going to set it to 1. And then we're going to do another clone command. Just like we've already done. Okay. So now if I put border here, okay, so now this won't actually do anything yet because, well, the scoreboard doesn't exist. So before we go do anything, we have to do scoreboard objective add, and then the string, which we had set to A because it, and I just did that because it's the first one that I'm doing, dummy, and then whatever you want to have as the display. So I'm just going to put utilities. Now if I enter, it'll have created scoreboard A, but that's not going to do much. So now we're going to do set display sidebar, so it'll put it on the side of the screen, and then the string. So now you'll see off to the side it says utilities. I don't know if you can see that. It's on the right hand side. But again, that's not really doing anything for us. So now if we do scoreboard players set, now we had set it to be the letter U, and the only scoreboard that exists is A, or the objective that exists is A, and we're just going to set them to 1 currently. So now if this were to have run, it will add 1 to U. So yeah, and then I'm going to real quick just do the clone. How many times am I doing this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and then I need to do 6. Like so. And then I'm just going to extend this out. Like so. Alright. And then clone all of these. Just going to real quick clone them over and then edit them afterwards so that they do the proper thing. Okay, so now they're all set up, well, now they're all existent, I have to set them up. But I'm going to real quick build up this glass border around it, just so that I know when I'm done. Okay, so this one works perfectly fine. So what I can do is go in here and remove the crafting table. Put it in the glass, and then put this. So now it'll just pull up the same menu. But it'll also change the... okay, yeah, never mind. Alright, so now what we're going to do is do cartography table, which I'm pretty sure is the same thing. If you don't remember what the data or whatever is to load a block or find a block, you can always do this, do a set block, and then type in what you think it would be and try and find it. So yeah, it is the cartography table. And I'm not going to finish doing this because then it'll set a cartography table here, and I don't really need that, so yeah. So I'm just going to go in here and change crafting to how do you spell this? Oh, graphy. Okay. I feel like I probably could have just sounded that out, but I wanted to be sure. So now, if I change this to a 2, put this, grab the cartography table, and then do that. Now, the next one is anvil. Okay. And on these, the littlest thing matters. Okay, so next we have the grindstone. So if I put you here, grab the grindstone, change this to actually go and say grindstone, and then change this one to be a 4 because the last one was, yeah, the last one was 3. Okay, and then these last two are a little bit simpler, so we're just going to change this to say barrier. I can remove you and then clone it over because it's going to be the exact same on that. So we're going to do 0 and then remove this one here, and then set this to instead be a clone. Okay, so now if I grab this and put these here and do reset, which will change this to 0, which I've already done, and go back, which will simply just go back. So now put these here, you, and then, oh no, not you. You can go here, but I have to clear these out. Okay, I think I have a duplicate in here. That I do. Okay, well. Okay, so now if I go over, actually I can remove this and then, okay, so now if I go over, for right now, all it'll do is if I go in here and grab utilities, never mind. There is one thing I need to change because I did not remember. Okay, give me 1 second. I have to go to the bottom layer. Okay, so now I gotta remember it's in one of these 3 here. So which one are you? You're the exact one I need to change. Okay. Okay, so now if I grab that, it'll go back, set to 0, and if I do this, the U will change to 1, to 2, to 3, to 4, and back to 0. And you may ask, why have I done this? Well, there's actually a really good reason. So, actually, I don't need these 4 shulker boxes anymore. Alright, so I can remove them. And now I need to grab a crafting table, a anvil, grindstone, and cartography table. So now, wait, these weren't the order? Okay, so now what we're going to do is put a lid onto this layer. Yeah, this is going to be one really big command block creation, but it'll all work perfectly, so don't worry. So now, what we're going to do is set a block here, and one here. So now, this is going to be the thinnest command block section, but it's going to be really important. And it's only going to be one block tall in the middle, so that's good too. So now what we're going to do is do repeat, always active, and do scoreboard, players, test, if U inside of A is between 1, actually we'll do 0 and 0, and it currently is. I'm gonna real quick do /game rule and turn this off. So now this won't continuously spit out, oh, well, you have the right score. Or score 0 is in range of 0 and 0. Okay. So now what we need to do is come back over here one last time. And we need to find a block as to where to set these utilities. So I'm going to set them right here in the corner of the desk. So it's going to be 195, 63, and -23. Excuse me. So now if I come over to here and have it changed to a command or a chain command block, I want it to do a set block at 197, 63, and -23. And at that spot, we're going to put the way that I built the desk, we're going to put stone 6 because it will set it to be polished andesite like the rest of the desk. So right now, that's what it is. And in fact, if I were to break this, okay, oh wait, I know it can put it back. If I grab you, this, okay, where did I mess up? Pretty sure I did that correctly. The block cannot be placed. Why can it not be placed? Okay, let me try setting U to a different value and then setting it back. So now it's at 1, 0. Okay, what am I doing wrong? It says the block cannot be placed. The coordinates, oh wait. 175 and I feel like I know exactly what, yep. What do you know? I was exactly right. I was supposed to put a 5, not a 7. And this is why you pay attention to the exact coordinates that you're using, because things will go haywire if you use the wrong one. So now, if I come over here, okay, so that'll fix that. And then I'm going to real quick just fix my desk that I broke. Okay. So now I can real quick remove both of these. Alright, so now it's testing if it's 0. Well, that's not really that helpful to us yet. So what we're going to do is put these here and do... So now, if it tests that it's 1, we're going to instead put a crafting table. So now, just to prove that this is actually going to work properly, if I go here, grab U, and look, now it's a crafting table, and I can actually go in and craft things. So, for example, if I grab U, and then, let's say, like, 4 of U, I can go in here, place this here, I can actually craft with it. So, it works perfectly fine. But now, just to show you, now it's polished andesite again. And then we can just do the exact same thing for the graphy table, the anvil, and the grindstone. So, that's 2, we need 3, and then border. Okay. And then change this to detect if it's 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now that I went and did all of that, if I go back over here, I can grab U. Okay, so now it's a cartography table, it's an anvil, now it's a grindstone. And if you wanted, in the command blocks, you can go and add a number to, like a space and then a number, after each of the after each of the 4 different blocks, and it'll just change the orientation. I'm not going to do that because it's not necessary. Actually, I might, just to show you that it works. So, like by default, not doing it will have that number thing set to 0, but if I wanted to set this to be, I don't know, 6. Now, if I come over here, you'll see that it has a different orientation. And that's all that does. But, yeah. I'm just going to real quick set this back to not having a number after it. And then border it, or cover it. and that'll be the entire command block creation, where everything works exactly how it should. So if I go in here, I can reset it, go back, change game mode, survival, creative, change it to nighttime, change it to day, and yeah, everything works exactly how it should. So hopefully that was what you would have wanted to see. And if you have any more ideas for some cool command block creations, don't forget to let me know in the comments down below. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Oh, and if you want to get these numbers off the side of the screen, you can just go right back up to where we did the command block, or the command to put it on here, move this A, and then press enter, and it'll get rid of it. So, yeah. But, yeah, if you have any more ideas for command block creations that you want to see, or anything of that sort, let me know down in the comments below. And, yeah, leave a like if you have, or leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you are subscribing just now, go ahead and hit that little notification bell. That way you can be notified of more crazy and weird videos like this. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Won't really be able to use U4. Maybe I could use command blocks to set them to be infinite smelters. I don't know. We'll see what happens.